they're also working on other aspects of life in Scotland. One that has just come out actually in another press release today is that the Scottish Government is looking at the effect of Brexit on students and how they are able to move around in Europe and to study in Europe. And the education ministers in Scotland are going to discuss these Brexit issues. With 5 weeks to go until we leave the EU, so the Scottish Government is seeking further details on a successor for the Erasmus student exchange in the event of a no deal. Pilar, how do you feel about this subject? Is there scope here, do you think, to develop a new form, a new kind of Erasmus arrangement?
Well, I don't know. I hope the Scottish Government will find a way to protect all these arrangements and all these rights, because there are rights of the EU citizens, of the students, the future of the countries. And I hope the Scottish Government, I would love the Scottish Government having all the powers to have to move forward put forward more policies, because I know there's an intention to protect the rights of the EU citizens, of the youth, the Scottish youth, traveling around Europe, all around Europe, and studying all around Europe.
Sorry, Pilar, I was going to ask you: is there the same tradition in Spain of young people when they leave school and are about to enter university, of being able to take a train ticket to ride across Europe? This is something that we used to do when I was young, where we would get the opportunity to travel across Europe for a month on this one single rail ticket. It was fantastic. We could go to any European country to visit, to work, to pick grapes, or, it was a wonderful opportunity. I don't know if it even still exists.
Freedom of movement is an amazing thing, and this is important because all our generations hadn't this possibility.
Yeah, immense freedom we had.
So now the youth should have the possibility of traveling all around not Europe, but all around the world.
Yes.
And we protected the rights. The freedom of movement is a great thing. And
Indeed.
The problem with Brexit is the freedom of movement is going to end.
Yes.
And that's awful. And because for our youth and for your youth, it's so important to defend and to protect that.
Well, I know
the future of the country.
Well, as a young man myself, as a student, I travelled around Europe, and one of my lasting memories, and the reason why I still am so in favour of remaining in the European Union, is because of the positive effect that had on my later career. Because I was allowed, through my connections with a youth group, to take part in all kinds of scientific experiments with the European Space Agency, with lots of other groups of young people from across Europe. And we had these massive events where we could go to Norway or Sweden and launch these gigantic rockets with our own, payloads on board. This was something you could not do in the UK. It would have been completely illegal, apart from anything else, to do that kind of work here. And yet, by travelling to Europe, we could do this. And I still have many friends in the European Union from those days who I still keep in touch with. Many of them actually ended up working for the European Space Agency. So it does work.
Yeah, indeed it works. And of course, the idea of Scotland and the Scottish people and Scotland being such a welcoming country is very, very important. But also when you're abroad, when you're living abroad, your behavior is great, because I know a lot of English people who have been here for 20, 30 years, and they don't know a single word in Spanish.
That's kind of shocking.
I have to say, and I have to repeat, many of the Scots who are living in Galicia, they speak Galician perfectly well.
Yeah.
Many of the Scots who are living in Catalonia, they speak Catalan perfectly well.
I
You're
mean,
very,
I don't understand why anybody would not want to learn the local language, Pilar. If I had the opportunity to learn Catalan or Spanish and live there, I would take it with both hands, you know. It seems bizarre
no,
to
but
me.
you're special. You're the interaction between Scots and Spaniards, Galician,
Yeah.
Catalans, French is absolutely different.
Yeah.
You have a disposition to learn, and that's very, very important.